Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I'm a relationship hacker.
Run up and get touched up, suicide. And all of y'all know my style. I excel, then prevail. Run up and get touched up, suicide, that's it. And all of y'all know my style.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ZOWHAT morning show back in the building amid Rams criticisms. Back in the building. Hey, unfortunately, guys, there's no video for today's show, but that's all right. I want you guys to go to www.radio.com/talk so you could hear this part 2 to last week's show. Man, when I tell you this show is crazy, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be bananas. You already know how we do. You know how we get down. The content is crazy. You already know the content's bananas. Share this link. Hey, if you, and then listen, this is for people who access the radio show on, say, their desktop. You go to www.radio.com/talk. Right on your desktop, will pop right up. Now, most people use the app. Download the Dash Radio app, and then you're all good. You underdig? You download that Dash Radio app, you tap Dash Talk, and then there we are. You underdig? I know a lot of you guys are a little disappointed because you can't see us today, but that's because, you know, we're having a Wi-Fi issue here at the studio, and it's all good. You know, one video don't stop no show. Yep. So now I have to continue promoting. In the building is the homeboy on the We Juice side of the game. Let me read some of these titles.
Drink side of the game.
WeJuice.com. We Juice is spelled OUIJUICE. It's the French word we. We Juice. I got the detox right here. ABC cleaner, apple, kale, celery, cucumber, and beet, and the beet is dominating.
It sure is.
And the beat goes on. Please continue to support WeJuice.com. They're one of the ZOWHAT show's most staunch supporters. The brother comes here every week. He brings us juices. Everybody participates in the juices, enjoys the juices. Please continue to support this brother's brand, WeJuice.com. I don't know why the engineer's turning my voice down, but that's fine. He's over there experimenting. WeJuice.com. Do we have any codes or?
Oh, so the website's down still. What's his name? Triumph Beyond Belief is working on my website.
Triumph Beyond Designs.
Design. Why do I always say that all the time?
Gosh. Beyond belief.
I think you used to say that. I think Zoe used to say that. So
I've never said
it's
that.
in my head now.
I've never said that.
Triumph
Beyond Designs.
It's working on my website still, but you can still order from me. You can go to any of my outlets, Twitter, WeJuice, or my WeJuice Facebook, or you can just call, text me 323-864-4425. I'll just send you pictures and pricing of everything, and you guys can still order either PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all that.
TriumphBeyondDesigns.com. Those guys produced they created my website as well. Black-owned business. It really, when I look at them, that's the reason why I speak about them in the plural is because brother is married. And it's just him and his wife. They ain't got no kids. They young. They talented. So I speak of them as a collective, you know. But yeah, man, Jarrell is a great guy. Created my website. Fly, high quality website. Don't play yourself. One of the dopest in the game. Period. All right. So that's Triumph Beyond Design. And that was We Juice. The next thing I need to promote is Total Package Energy. Total Package Energy is a problem. And sitting in the studio is my last case. And I'm real pissed off about it. Now, people be saying, oh, Zoe, you be greedy and you don't be sharing or whatever. I share with people. I give them bottles of Total Package Energy. Now, it might be sparingly over time.
You give the bottles like Trump was passing out paper towels to the people in Puerto Rico and they were flipping Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
That's how you get
How?
one side of a room of 1,000 motherfuckers.
Yes.
You throw one over there.
Yes, I deliver
That's the bullshit.
sparingly. No, but seriously, Total Package Energy is the greatest energy shot I've ever used. And to my daughter's chagrin, she hates it when I use energy drinks and stuff like that. She doesn't want me to drink it at all. But this is the best one, created by the best people. It's on some healthy, it's not on that poisonous. There's no caffeine or nothing like that in it. So, it's good stuff. It's designed for high-level athletes. I got 2 high-level athletes in the studio right now. I know this dude right here, his whole family. Jesus Christ. How everybody in your family go to college on a scholarship? It's crazy. I think, which one? Was your mother an Olympian? Or your dad? His dad was an Olympian.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about that is...
I don't know why he keeps turning your mic off. I just really don't understand. You're only sitting in front of a microphone. I just don't understand.
Listen, all my mother's kids are athletic.
Yeah.
Every single last one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Not all my father's kids are, though.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
So mom
And
wasn't.
the mom's gene.
Wow.
She was a basketball player. She used to play basketball.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I remember your brother, Alcus.
See?
A lot of people don't know Alcus.
That's my mother's.
Really? Alcus was like Kobe before Kobe. I promise to God.
Yep.
Am I lying? Am I bullshitting? This dude's brother, Alcus, was like a Kobe Bryant.
6'2".
6'2", athletic, could shoot, get to the rim, dunk on you. He was a problem. He was a legend.
What happened to him?
He'll tell you.
Got caught up.
He got a couple brothers that got caught up.
Got caught up.
You under there?
There's 2 ways for black people to get caught up.
Yes, there is.
Nah, but Alcus was a problem.
And they both start with P's.
Yeah, they did.
Yes.
Popo and pussy.
He was a problem. But so Total Package Energy, I keep urging people to get multiple cases. Like, go buy 4 cases. I'm trying to get these people to surpass their record. They had a record. They sold like 121 cases 1 month. And I'm trying to get them to 150, 200 cases. It's not expensive. Everybody, please go out to totalpackageenergy.com and get as many cases as you can. Let's get 2-3 cases at a time. I'd appreciate it. Okay. What else? The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship, is my latest book. Came out in 2015, July. It's still rolling. People are still reading it. People are still discovering it. People are still learning about it, coming into the knowledge of it. People are still enjoying it,
As they should.
Somebody told me they read it for the 3rd time, and every time they reread it, they learn something new. They discover something else.
That's what's up right there.
I always tell people, just because it's called the dismount, the relationship dismount, how to stick the landing when exiting a toxic relationship, doesn't mean it'll break your current relationship up. I always tell people it's a breakup, wake up, and make up book. You know what I'm saying? If you're a relationship that's on the rocks, that's been on the rocks, it'll help you get off the rocks and away from each other. Right? If you're a relationship that's a good relationship that lacks the tools to make the relationship better, it'll do that too. It makes good relationships better. That's why I say it's a wake up book. And then, if you guys have gotten off the rocks and maybe found out you got off the rocks for the wrong reason, it's a makeup book too. The Wake Up, Break Up, and Make Up Workbook, The Relationship Dismount. You can find it at IamZoeWilliams.com. Go there right now. I only have about 45 copies left.
Oh, that's it.
Physical copies left. But there's Kindle. There's the Apple Store, I guess. Is that
iTunes.
Okay, iTunes. There's iTunes.
You'll get it right 1 week.
One week I'll get it right.
He gonna blast it, boy.
Okay, iTunes. Jeez, gosh.
Too late now, nigga.
He's not getting any money for that.
And then the other thing that I want to promote, for real, is Android Ohm tennis shoes. Luxury sneakers. I want us to make a move on this company right now. This company deserves our support. This company deserves us to back them up. And if you're a fan of the ZOWHAT morning show, you get 25% off. Luxury sneaker brand. I tell you, this is not, you know, if you could get 25% off of Gucci, if you can get 25% off of Versace, you would take that. This is this guy designs these shoes in LA. They're handmade in Italy, and he's selling in Saks Fifth Avenue and all of these high-end stores like everybody else. Just, you might not know who he is, or maybe you do, but the brother is cool, and I want to support his business. And for those who listen to the ZOWHAT morning show, you get 25% off. You under dig? You get 25% off.
Percent.
You under dig? And you know what's crazy? I'm on the air now. I'm about to text him. He's texting me right now. My assistant has your shoes. He can deliver them to you today. That's crazy. Right while I'm talking to him.
Jeff Brown was supposed to get some damn shoes. Still ain't got to walk around barefoot.
Hold on, Jeff Brown. You weren't really supposed to get them. Jeff Brown is like, he's like
Uncle Me Too?
No, you know, he's G Money.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
This is old side deal, nigga.
Minus the crack and the strung out over a hoe. Yeah.
He's working out side deals.
Right. He over here working out side deals.
This is not a side deal. This is not.
Jeff Brown will talk to your DJ coming off your show and be like, hey, you know you can DJ for me. No,
he can't.
Jeff.
Well, I didn't know the rules.
Go find you a DJ. Don't. You know, you could do everything you do for Zoe for me.
Wanted DJ. Shirt.
I'd be like, what is he doing?
What is Jeff doing?
Jeff is wild, man.
It all comes from a place of love.
I know, man.
And marijuana.
Love and marijuana. Love and weed.
That's a great name for a show.
He was supposed to give me some shoes too.
Goddamn, what my shoes?
Nah, it's crazy though. We got a great topic today. Android Ohm, that's Android like the phone. Ohm is spelled H-O-M-M-E. AndroidOhm.com. If you're a Voice of Reason ZOWHAT show listener, you get 25% off. Now, let me change the beat.
Change the beat now.
Man, hold on.
Is this Broadway?
He's killing me right now.
Is this another Broadway joint?
Of course. You killing me. He's texting me.
Who that?
I was just thinking about this word. I just couldn't spell it.
Nigga, spell check. Spell check on your thing, don't it? My spell check get on my nerves. I can't type shit. And it has no ghetto connotations in it at all. Try to type in fitna. It's going to change it to fiddler.
Fitna.
You can't change fitna to
Fitna. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the ZOWHAT Morning Show. That segment that you just heard is the community empowerment segment. At the beginning of every show, if this is your first time tuning into the ZOWHAT Morning Show, I tend to promote businesses that are struggling, that are fledgling, you know, and give them a little bit of something. Oh, I forgot. Kev has to promote something too. He be looking at me like, you don't care.
I'm even looking at you right now.
You are looking at me.
You know how you do that, nigga, when he owe you some money, you see him down the street, you don't say that, you just go.
That's Kev.
That's Kev.
With his hands open.
Not me.
They can't see you, Jeff.
Okay, they can't see us. Oh, we're not doing that today?
No, we're not filming today.
We're not filming today? Okay, good.
Yeah.
So they don't see what's going on.
They don't see what's going on with the slave rap right now.
They look.
Go ahead, Kev.
Y'all niggas. But yo, Cop Stop Guardian. We still need y'all to get out there and support. So you guys go to GoFundMe.com/CopStopGuardian. We need you guys to really hit it up. We need that 15 grand to get the app made. For you guys who want to donate, but also want to get some knowledge in return, go to Patreon.com. That's Patreon/Real Nagas and subscribe. And there you can check out the videos that I'll be putting only on Patreon. So The very first one I'm working on right now is The Dragon and the Phoenix. It's going to be a very ill video, and you will not see this on YouTube. Only the subscribers on Patreon. Also, the melanin documentary I'm going to do, The Power of Organization, why you need to understand how to organize, what is dark matter, basically what is the force that Yoda talks about. All those
Yoda ain't real, nigga.
Fake Yoda is.
I'm Yoda. But no, so you guys get over there, and if you want to see those documentaries, also you get rewards. If you want to subscribe, you get t-shirts, deals, and stuff like that. So please get over there and subscribe, and half of your money or part of your money will be donated to the Cop Stop Guardian app. So you kill two birds with one stone.
And don't name your baby Patreon. That's ghetto.
Thank you.
Patreon! Patreon! Take this trash out! Don't do that.
Again, patreon.com, Patreon/Real Nagas. Subscribe, and you will get the hookup on the documentaries.
Patreon.
Get out there and support. I need y'all to do it.
Patreon
Also, Real Nagas if you want the
NFL.
gear. If you want the gear without the Patreon, just go to realnagas.com and hook it up, please.
All right, there it is. Let me change this beat like I said I was going to do. Let's change it. What are we going to do? Which one am I going to do? Am I going to do this one? Turn it up. Let's change the beat. Today's ZOWHAT morning show.
Flying through the cosmos.
Yes, with some African drums in the background.
African Zoe ship.
Turn it up a little bit, pimp. I need to hear it thump a little.
On the SS Zomethius.
The SS Omisius.
As we go through the galaxy of your mind.
Engage.
Gonna land at your mama's house.
Number one.
Have some collard greens made with no animal protein in them.
Vegan planet.
We gonna smoke some weed and have a menage a trois with your auntie with the big titties. Everybody gotta find big titty auntie. You know the one I'm talking about. She's sort of light skinned with them big old baby heads. Yeah. Hey, Auntie Ernestine.
All right, you can break it down a little now.
While they playing dominoes, let's go out in the granny house and see each other draw.
Oh, God. Okay, Jeff, that's enough.
I'm sorry.
All right, here we go. Last week's topic, we talked about the occult in Hollywood, right? It was a crazy show. It was a lot of information, right? Today, we're going to pick that up. We're going to talk about, Jeff, just take some juice.
God damn it, all of them, dude. It's like healthy fucking Kool-Aid. It's fucking all of them. Everyone, I want all of these.
Okay. Let's do it.
It's like your first time in Magic City. I need 3 extra dicks. All of these fine-ass girls in here. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, I'm back.
We digress again.
Shh. Shut up, Jeff.
So this is technically a part 2 to last week's topic. All right. Jeff wasn't here, right? Where were you, Jeff?
Was dealing with some crazy ass family shit.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was actually I'm working on a project with Kevin Hart's camp right now.
Yeah.
And the money people needed their shit, so I stayed up and burnt the oil. I didn't sleep Saturday or Sunday, so I was wiped.
For that
You got to speak into the mic.
The last, yeah. LOL. I'm doing something for LOL right now.
Good shit, man.
Yeah.
So you missed last week's topic.
Yes, sir.
And last week's topic, we talked about how Hollywood has some occult origins.
Oh shit, yeah.
Talked about its original name, Hollywood Land, and
Right.
we talked about the Hollywood, the magic wand and the land of illusion, all of that. It was hella deep. We was breaking down movies and Bibles and all types of shit, right? Today, we take it a step further. The Occult Casting Couch. Oh, shit.
About to give Baphomet some booty.
About to give Baphomet some booty.
Baphomet some booty.
Let me tell you why this is big. Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Right? But not just him.
Kevin
It's a whole lot of motherfuckers out there.
Bro, they didn't just turn the lights on in the red room.
You under there?
Yeah.
I got questions for the Occult Casting Couch. True or false? We could hear that. Let me change the beat so he can stop drumming.
I'm sorry. Okay, I won't leave it. This beat is dope.
Jesus. True or false, Hollywood has a long repugnant history with the casting couch, where professional opportunities are offered for sexual favors. Ugh. My man over there shaking his head like, nope. Let's do it again. Does pedophilia have its origins in the occult? That's
Yeah.
Listen, I got to ask these questions. You know, a major question that comes out towards me and Kevin and anybody that talks about the ancient, don't steal them juices. What you doing? Leave them goddamn juices alone.
Nigga. Once you brought them in here, you're no longer part of the we. We're the we.
Right.
We're the we.
This dude is tripping.
What is 10,000 push-ups doing? Trying to put some extra juice back in. You're going somewhere.
But let me come back. A lot of people hit me because I say, you know how we talk about Christianity, or we talk about how all of these religions, I need y'all to pay attention.
I'm here.
How all these religions are Europeanized, westernized, and they're remixes, right?
Of the real shit.
Of the real shit. Well, one of those questions that comes back, just logically, is did these people pervert the information, or did they get all of what they're doing now from us? So the sexual perversions, did that come from us too? Because people say if they took the knowledge and they learned from us and they mimicked and patterned us after everything, the things that they're doing, did those things come from us? And we talking about the foul things.
Oh, I'm gonna bust that right out.
All right, I just wanted to put that question out there. What's the difference between esoteric and occult knowledge? Gosh. Eek. From the Vatican, Washington, D.C. to Hollywood, is pedophilia part of the elite's occult way of life? Corey Haim seems to think so. Corey Feldman. Well, Corey Haim too.
God bless the dead. Yeah. So 1:30, I'm gonna drop my dry cleaning off. At 3 o'clock, I'm gonna get my car washed. And then at 4:15, I'm gonna fuck some little kids. And then at 7 o'clock, I'm gonna go to Ruth Chris. Okay, what are you gonna do? Okay, back up.
Back it up.
Back it up. I said I'm gonna drop my cleaning. No, after that, and I'm gonna go get my car washed. Okay, right after that, you gonna fuck some kids. That's on your day planner. That's on your day planner. You gonna fuck some kids.
Why didn't anyone in Hollywood listen to or take heed to megastar Elijah Wood's claim of pedophilia as Hollywood's biggest, darkest, dirtiest secret? Elijah Wood came out and was like, hey, ew.
Did Elijah Wood get touched? Somebody fondled his balls?
Well, then he had to come back and say something different. Right? He had to come back and say something different.
You gotta find somewhere warm and tight to put your dick when it's small.
Gosh. Are high-powered Hollywood executives grooming young boys and girls for sex favors in order to be placed in big movies and big projects? And
just ugly, man.
Is Hollywood sitting on a pedophilia scandal? Eek. Has Hollywood's casting couch also included children?
Your time has come.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The ZOWHAT Morning Show is not playing with you. I need to know. You've been in Hollywood a long time.
Yes, sir.
We've heard the rumors.
Come on, man.
A lot of people be linked to fruitopian behaviors.
Yeah.
Right? In order to get somewhere. And listen, what I've learned is, this ain't no like casting couch stuff for me, but what I've learned is so many women that I've met, I don't know what's going on with Kev, but so many women that I've met have gotten an opportunity based off of their beauty.
Oh, shit.
And I've always said this. If you down with the get down to a certain degree, you can get somewhere in Hollywood as a woman.
Right.
My man, Antonio Moore, speaks on this too. He says, A woman's beauty is a type of currency in our society.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
So,
ask a ugly girl that ever tried to get a jump.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, a sister can get a dinner, a sister can get a meal, a sister can get, she can get a car, she can get her bills paid.
Ain't no men's night at the club.
You understand what I'm saying? So her beauty is a certain type of currency. And Hollywood takes advantage of that through the casting couch. You bad, you fine. Listen.
Let me get you in this pussy Ponzi scheme.
Right. You got to do me a favor, I'll do you a favor. Right? Now, let me just hit you with this.
Man, stop doing that. Get this man some lotion.
Right. I mean, Jesus. Let me just tell you this, though. My ex from a few years ago, she used to work.
Sweets?
What's no. You don't know them all, Jeff. Stop throwing me under the bus by mentioning the one you do.
I'm just sorry that she makes crack out of sugar.
This guy here, fuck around and be in jail because of Jeff. But let me just say, I remember once she's a go-getter. She was a hustler, right? So she had like 12 jobs.
Girls,
right? No, that was all on her. She, that's just her mentality. You feel what I'm saying? She's a go-getter. One of her gigs was at what's the place where they sell the hot dogs with the little orange shorts?
The orange shorts.
They wear the orange shorts.
Wiener Schnitzel?
Hooters. There we go.
Sell hot dogs,
chicken
nigga, they
wings.
sell chicken wings.
Well, you remember the orange shorts, don't you?
No, nigga, but you threw me off with hot dogs.
That's because you smoke weed. Your knowledge is scrambled.
I'm gonna walk into Hooters. Yeah, let me get a Polish with a they don't sell.
You can't get a hot dog there. Anyway, she worked at motherfucking Hooters.
Yes, that's the point.
The motherfucker who reps Halle Berry came in there.
Okay.
Right?
At the time. He saw her and was like, ooh, damn. Let me holla at the young star. He hollered at her and was like, look, you look like an actress. I don't know how being at Hooters make you look like an actress. I don't know how you can see someone's acting ability while they handing out. You can if you're looking through your dick hole.
Right. His name is Vincent. What's this name here? This little. He used to rep a lot of people. Vincent Serriccione. Right? And they're calling him the Harvey Weinstein of Black Hollywood. He reps Taraji, repped Halle, and the rumor is Halle had to do some favors. Do you understand? This same dude walked into that Hooters. And at the time, I'm at the Foxhole with Jamie Foxx. And the young girl in question was smart. She was like, let me call my dude because he connected with Fox's people. They know him.
Right.
You understand? So she goes, well, would you come to the meeting at his office with me? I was like, yeah.
Oh, this you. She's talking to you. Okay.
She's talking to me. Okay. Like, he asked me to come to his office. And again, this dude like sisters.
Right.
That's his get down. They don't all like sisters. Right. But this particular dude, Vincent Serriccione, Smoccarini.
Yeah. Trying to get back to
Lamborghini.
Spaghetti.
Nah, but he's considered the Black Harvey Weinstein. In other words, he exclusively gets at the black actresses. So she asked me, she was like, would you go with me? I was like, yeah, of course. She was like, I don't feel comfortable going into that situation without any. And then she was like, I let him know who you work with. Right. Just so it's not no isolated, nobody know nothing.
Right. I ain't bringing my uncle that work at Jiffy Lube.
So I went with her, but I didn't go in with her. I went into the offices, but I didn't go into his office.
So you in the lobby?
I'm in the lobby chilling.
Would you like some water?
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
She comes out with a stack of books on acting. well, wait a minute, nigga. Didn't you say you thought she had talent to be an actress while she was at Hooters in them orange shorts?
Fuck, she need these books for.
Now all of a sudden she
Right.
need acting classes.
Right.
But see, she did the right thing. She brought somebody with her.
That's right.
Right.
Because again, these niggas try to play you
Yep.
Right.
on some sex shit, on some sex couch shit. On
And
some,
more than likely, had you not come there, instead of books, she'd have left the office with a movie contract and a funny taste in her mouth.
well, nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because she was smart. She's a smart girl and she's not one to sell herself short. She got integrity.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is
She
a lot.
could have.
She could have, though. A lot of people who come to Hollywood
Yep.
are down to do whatever it takes. That's why I always said, just being around Jamie Foxx and them and watching what's, I said, any woman that's really down to do it can get some kind of opportunity.
Right.
Now here's the problem. 90% of the women that are down to do it don't have no talent.
Right.
So they
Right.
can't really capitalize on the opportunity.
No.
So they get swished around in niggas' mouths
Right.
until they get spit out after they get too old.
So they keep paying the price for admission, but they can't ride none of the rides.
Well, niggas get switched around in their mouth.
Right. So again, right. So
It's fucking brilliant, sir.
so again, I'm looking at this shit and I'm going, wow, this casting couch shit
It's for
is
real.
real. Madonna tried to put me on the casting couch. I was 24 years old. Madonna's on some, you got big hands and pretty eyes, and Freddie said you were gorgeous, and can we go out, and let me finish. Doing all, I was like, and back then I was hella racist.
Oh, okay. All right. That's it. Okay. Okay.
And when I say racist, I just mean like,
He was pro-black than a motherfucker.
I was like, I was 24 at the time. I was like, I'm not fucking with you.
Right. That was fresh Zoe.
That was, nigga, that was,
That was Zoe hot out the oven.
nigga,
was-
Zoe was a
Zoe
problem.
just got through
Africa
reading the
medallion
books.
Zoe.
That was,
That was
you know
that
what I'm
was
saying?
X-Clan Zoe.
Yeah, thank you.
But you know what I'm saying? I just didn't like her approach, and it just felt on some old, I could have you if I want you.
Shit.
Because she was trying to leverage, she was trying to leverage that shit. Well, you know, I could sign this group if I wanted to. You know, she was saying shit like
Right.
that. Well, yeah, that's why I'm having a meeting with you.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm having a meeting with you about
Yeah.
signing this group.
Yeah. That's the whole point of the meeting.
You know,
You know why my mama's not here?
I'm glad
'Cause
you
she
have the
can't
power.
sign the fucking group.
Right.
That's right.
you underdig? Like, you're Madonna, of course. You know, but it was weird shit. You know, she brought us into her
All the
office.
time?
Yeah, it was weird. She brought us into her office, me and the girl group that I wanted to sign. At the time, they were called the Jazzy Fat Nasties.
Jazzy Fat
Oh,
Nasty.
yeah.
Yep. Jazzy
Right?
Fat Nasty.
I bring them. She looks at them. She goes, "Why are you guys here? This isn't an audition. You're being a dick. This isn't an audition. Why are you guys here?" Yeah, I wanted you to meet the group that I
I'm trying
showed
to sign.
to Freddie. I am the senior VP of Black Music A&R, aren't I? So I'm bringing them to you so you could see them. They should sing for you. No, this isn't an audition.
Like, bitch, I didn't ask you to help me do my breaks. This is what you do.
Of course,
Right.
she didn't finish her sentence. I can sign them if.
Right. So no, P gang.
You gonna get this ass.
I said, no. She was like, you guys can go back to his office. I said, no. They're going to sing. They come this far. You got to let them sing. They stood up. They sang for her. She liked it. She was like, oh, they're
No
really
shit.
good. I said, yeah. I said, shit, we're Warner Brothers. We can't get Babyface. We can't get Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam to produce
Right,
them.
right.
We can't get who's the Foster brother who produced the In Vogue
Oh,
girls.
the Foster McElroy, that
Yeah,
team?
we can't get them. Well,
Right.
we can get anybody. We got the bread. Let's go do this.
Shit, we can get Prince if we kiss his ass,
Oh,
right?
I'll think about it. You know, I'll think about it. Then it turned into, well, what are you doing tomorrow at 3?
Shit.
You know, because I want to take you shopping. This is what she said.
Oh, shit.
It's real shit.
She
I'll
hit you
tell
with
this
the
story.
Goldie from the Mac shit.
She probably don't even remember this shit, my nigga.
She probably do it so many
Been doing it
times.
so many times, nigga. She probably don't remember this shit.
And so many niggas fall for it.
And I didn't fall for none of that shit.
Right.
But I tell you what, the next day when I got back to the office, I get called in by Freddie DeMann. Now, anybody who knows Freddie DeMann understands Freddie DeMann was one of the biggest managers in the music industry, period. Managed Michael Jackson, managed Madonna, managed Lionel Richie, managed Macy Gray.
Damn.
This motherfucker is huge, right?
Big baller.
Freddie calls me and goes, "What did you do to Madonna?" So what you mean? She thinks you're an asshole. Never was able to sign a record from that point on. You underdig? The casting couch in Hollywood is real. Now, if I put this 11-inch suede billy club on Madonna.
Suede billy club, yeah.
Niggas was mad at me the whole time. Niggas was like, you
didn't pull your nightstick out?
What the fuck? Why didn't you?
Give her a ride on the old baloney pony?
No.
The baloney pony?
Because again, in Hollywood, see, I'm going to get into the questions, but in Hollywood, you got the predators, but you also got the willing participant who put on the prey mask.
Right.
Right.
Like a lot of the women who came out that said, Harvey Weinstein said, well, he forced me. I said no. And then I said, well, I felt I had to give in.
Why did you wait?
Right.
Where's your integrity?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, you know why you coming out? And shout out to a friend of mine who shall remain nameless, who was on the phone about this very subject last night. He said, if you really that disgruntled, you gonna give your house back?
Thank you.
You gonna give your awards back?
Your lifestyle, your private school.
That's what you and what the problem is they understand that I'm not here on talent, and that like a splinter in your mind.
Oh shit!
You know some shit is wrong.
Porpheus.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Porpheus.
The god of schemes.
The broke god of schemes.
Oh my God, Porpheus.
Yeah, that splinter in your mind.
That's hilarious.
That splinter in your mind is the fact that you would not have this house if you hadn't have took it in the ass and then you let him put it in your mouth without wiping it off. If you hadn't have done that, you wouldn't have this house, and you know that, and that's why you came out, because you fucked him. You fucked him.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that you put it perfect. I'm not saying there are no victims here. What I am saying is there are victims, and interspersed among them are willing participants with remorse.
Can you say grown people who engage and go into it?
Thank you. Ain't nobody make you do this.
Right. I could see the Corey Hames and the Corey Feldmans and the Elijah Woods when they're kids getting their bungholes played like a banjo.
Yeah.
I can see
because they're young.
Because they're kids. They're being groomed. They're being, they're being groomed by predators.
Right.
That does and then at the same time, because that's what I'm saying, there's context and gray area here. That's not saying that these women aren't being groomed, but these women are not totally unaware either.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're going into it. You going into the business where it's known. It has something called the casting couch. So when you get in there, it's notorious for that. So when you get in there, that's why they kept quiet. And see, now all of them feel soon as one person says something, oh, I got something to say now. See. That's that bullshit. Yeah, that's that bullshit. Everybody wants to stay quiet until one motherfucker come out, and then now I can tell my story. I can tell my shit.
Too.
That's to me.
I've been waiting to tell people how I got played like a hoe. That's what it come across as.
And
shit, you know how long I've been carrying this business, this shit about being a hoe.
Man, shit. But
gosh,
that's like the same shit with Bill Cosby. Same shit.
Go ahead.
Okay. How you gonna the reason, and dear victims, I hope somebody's listening. I hope a black feminist is listening. I have no idea what black feminism is about. That's some shit between a white woman and her man. But anyway, I hope you're listening. So that
shout out to Shahrazad Ali.
Oh yeah, bruh. What? I hope you're listening so that you can take a big bite of this fuck you sandwich. The women who were calling Bill Cosby this predator, the reason that you caught any heat is because there's no one in America who did not, at the time you decided to fuck him, know that he had 5 children by Camille. The whole world knew that. So What you sound like is a dude calling the police because his dope deal went bad.
Oh, and you go to his hotel
Both
room.
of you motherfuckers
Right.
was there. You got robbed at a dope deal. Yes, robbery is illegal, but so is them 2 kilos you was negotiating. So that's why you don't get no sympathy.
And you're not going to his house because Camille would be there. You going to a hotel room at night when he answered the door in his robe. Why don't you can turn the fuck around and bounce.
And no, or he's coming to your apartment that he's been renting for years. Okay, and then the day that you go, it's either me or Camille. He says 2 words, bitch pack. And now he ain't
we got
shit.
a problem.
That's to the one girl that applies to. I know it doesn't apply to the other 58 of you. But that one girl, bitch, you know who I'm talking to.
Damn.
Shame on you.
Damn, who are you talking about, Jeff?
She know. She know.
This shit is wrong.
She know. Women kill me with this shit, okay? Please stop thinking we gonna forget you brought your pussy with you. You're not that interesting. You are not that, here's a tangent. Ladies, you're not interesting enough for an alpha male to just want to talk to you.
Man.
Do you know what I do as a single man if I just want to talk?
Is this on
I will
topic?
call one of these niggas on the panel.
This on
Is this on topic?
This on topic. This on topic.
Trying to find out where we are.
Okay, well, here's where we are. Here's where we are. We're in the gray pussy area.
Just trying to find
We're
out.
in the gray pussy area, and I don't mean your grandmama's snatch. I mean the gray area of you got some pussy, I want some pussy, I want to trade something for your pussy, you want to trade something for your pussy. Whenever you over in there, if we gonna totally forget your pussy, then I'm gonna need you to totally not use it. I'm gonna need you to go, oh, you want some pussy? I'm sorry, that's not on the table. Leave the room and go be a fucking clerk. Because ain't nobody making you get in front of the camera.
Wow.
That's what's up. And that's what I would tell my daughter.
They're really not.
Yikes.
Go be
But
something else.
let's go deeper into the occult casting couch.
Yes, sir.
Why the occult?
Oh, that's easy.
And why sex?
Both
What
easy.
does sex? What is sex relationship with the occult? Do they have a relationship?
Of course.
What is the relationship between sex and the occult? Do you know?
I would imagine it has to do with the transference of spirit. The transference
energy.
of spirit.
Of
Of energy, absolutely. And how I believe that these energy vampires.
exactly
Here
what
we
Okay,
go.
it's not just about pussy. I got 50 pounds of money. I can buy pussy. No, I need your energy.
Yes.
I need this to be something you sacrifice.
Hey, there you go.
Oh shit!
I need
Here
to
we
be.
go.
I need the difference in the energy comes from the difference in potential between what you want to happen and what you're willing to do. Okay, what you're what you want to happen and what you're willing to do against your will.
Oh,
That difference in potential, if you willing to eat a baby, if you willing to murder somebody, if you willing to do whatever, the difference in potential, the difference between it ain't the same if you take it. It ain't the same if you take it from a bitch that's coming in that go, hey Harvey, if you gonna put me in this movie, I'm gonna suck your dick like a diamond is stuck in it.
No.
He don't want her.
No,
What?
no, the one who doesn't want to turn over, that's what he
That's
wants.
the one.
That's where the energy is more powerful.
He gets more power.
so it's kind of
somehow.
like rape, because rape
Yes.
isn't about
It's
sex.
not about sex.
Rape is about
Yes.
taking
Raping
someone's
your
power.
spirit, raping your spirit. Yep.
I really believe that.
That's where the kid thing is, though. That's where that whole thing
Well,
comes in.
how is that shit? Because last week we talked about how all the mystery schools and the occult and all of that shit is really our original science.
Yeah.
My question is, did homosexuality, pedophilia, and all of the foul shit that we will call child energetic vampirism,
Yeah.
did all that shit come from the black people, the African cultures? Or is that a perversion of how white people use the power that they learn from the
I
mystery
believe the
system?
latter. I believe the latter.
I haven't come across anything like that in my studies. As far as
What
the
you
melanated
see
people
in
used to do.
Egypt is a gang of dicks.
Yeah, because they had a masturbation cult.
It was a phallic
It
cult.
was a phallic cult.
Oh, really?
You see
Yeah.
a lot of dicks. Now, they don't show you the pictures of the dicks on the History
Right.
Channel.
But
Right.
yeah, you
Or,
met this statue with rock hard dicks. Bam.
Dicks is just out there.
Yep.
Dick is, ha-ha!
Welcome,
Tally-ho!
welcome to.
Right.
No, I think it's Tallywhacker-ho.
Tally-whack-a-ho.
Tallywhacker-ho.
Immediately.
Tallywhacker, comma, ho.
I will knock you unconscious with this tallywhacker-ho.
Okay. Well,
But
I didn't
yeah,
know
so
that.
it's a phallic culture.
Okay.
And this is why
Because sexual
You-
energy is very powerful.
sexual energy. You go to the Vatican, you'll see an obelisk in St. Peter's Square. You'll see that, right? Is that what it's called, St. Peter's Square?
St. Peter's Square. Yep.
You'll see an obelisk. First off, you Christians, what is the Egyptian black dick
Right.
doing in the center of the home of Christendom? Number one.
Okay, first off, don't ask me no questions as a black Christian outside of these 13 verses that I done had regurgitated to me that I know. Okay, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Should have come in the Chevy, hold the Boko shot. That's what I know, and I know the devil done got in you with all this reading and history and bullshit. Like, you can't just show up on first Sunday with some extra money for bishops, gators, and airplane gas. I'm tired of you and
Airplane
your
gas.
thinking. Yeah, but you gone somewhere, goddamn troublemaker, trying to tell me to read. I don't know fucking reading, okay? You trying to get me. Okay, you know the big difference between black Christians and, you know the difference between a Jesus fan and a Tony Stark fan?
What's the
Tony Stark fans don't pretend that Stan Lee don't exist.
Okay, here we go. They know their creator.
They know where their shit come from. Y'all out there, the Council of Nicaea, never heard of it. Don't know the William Shakespeare Puffy remixed the Bible. Have no idea. The why is the Earth millions of years old, but in the beginning starts 5,500 years ago? You have no fucking idea. None of that. Should have come in the Chevy. Should have come in the Cadillac. Thank you, Jesus. First Sunday, Bishop's Gators.
Oh shit! But again,
Hope you don't like it.
I have
LGBT
to
funny
ask
style.
that question because, you know, people have been hitting me like, "Hey, Zoe, you talk about how all of these belief systems and like you take somebody like Aleister Crowley." Aleister Crowley,
Satanic verses.
yeah, he made himself the most evil person in the world. He called himself the Beast, right? He did all of this shit. But at the same time, you got to understand, the easiest way to program a people is to make them think in black and white,
And fear.
right? But black and white is, this is right, this is wrong. This is how fear can exist.
Yeah, I was about to say that's what breeds
Fear is born out of that. So you get black and white, this is good, this is evil. So when you start getting towards the border or the boundary where good and so-called evil meets, fear comes in like, oh shit, I'm about to step into some bullshit.
Right.
Fear, right? So Aleister,
Fear is the eggs in the cake of ignorance.
oh, I like that. I like that.
Or ignorance is the eggs in the cake of fear.
Okay, it's getting.
I meant the other one.
Now, okay,
I'm
now,
sorry.
I
Go
don't know
ahead.
if I liked it at all now. Okay, now I'm back. But again, this shit gets crazy because I'm going to program y'all to think what's right. I'm going to program y'all to think what's wrong. And then I'm finna put you out here to like when I think about this occult shit and I think about the hidden knowledge, what was the hidden knowledge for in the first place? It was for elevation.
Spiritual elevation.
Spiritual elevation. But peep game on this. One of my favorites was Sai Baba. You remember I was studying Sai Baba? Me and MC Ren
Oh,
from NWA
yeah, shout out to Ren.
went out to Tustin
Okay,
Sai Baba
because
Center.
the Sai Baba Center.
they used to be stationed there.
They got a whole bunch of artifacts from Sai Baba. You don't know who Sai Baba is? Look him up. He got a big ass afro like Colin Kaepernick.
Right.
And he called himself this. Let me tell you how powerful Sai Baba was. He died a couple years ago. Let me tell you how powerful Sai Baba was. Sai Baba had millions of people come to this little section of southern India called Andhra Pradesh. It's destitution, poverty. This motherfucker brought water to over 1 million people. Then he built a hospital where the hospital is free to anybody in the world that's ill. Because the doctors who work there,
You have to donate time.
they're donating their time in accordance with Hindu religious beliefs, which is called Siva, service. It's like, I'm serving God by doing surgery on you for free.
Right.
Then you start finding out, wait a minute, the people that own the House of Blues and Hard Rock Cafe, these motherfuckers are devotees of Sai Baba. You go to the House of Blues on Sunset in Hollywood. What you're gonna see is a picture of Sai Baba over the stage in the orange robe.
In the orange robe? That's who that is?
Exactly.
I thought that was the bass player for Sly the Family Stone.
Here we go.
No, that's
right?
Larry Graham.
But peep game. As you get into Sai Baba's information, you find out something. This dude was like, check this out. I'm not only God. Like, he calls himself an avatar. Man, you want to get deep. An avatar. Avatar, Sanskrit word, means the divine descends down into a body. This is why when you see on that little cartoon, the Last Airbender cartoon with Aang, the avatar, he has an arrow on his head pointing downward. And when he goes into the avatar state, it lights up. It's like a tattoo, but then it lights up. Again, Sai Baba. Sai is Sanskrit for mother. Baba is father, mother, father, the universal mother, father. This dude said in his writings, I sent your Jesus. I sent him. He said, Jesus is a planetary avatar. I'm a cosmic one.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. Do the research on him. I read a book called The Holographic Universe by Michael M. Talbot. That was the first place I found out about Sai Baba. Right? Basically,
Sai Baba, nigga.
if you do the research, they said this man was doing miracles that was beyond comprehension. Creating shit out of thin air. You get a lot of other people who try to debunk him, who say he wasn't real, say he was fake. You get a lot of people who say that too. This is why I always stay objective in anything I read. I do not walk into any religious belief, any cultural belief thinking that shit gonna save me. Right? I'm studying it objectively because I want to know what the fuck y'all talking about. Later on, Sai Baba get hit with sexual shit. Molestation. The actor, St. John Christophe
St. John.
That dude, I said his name backwards?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Christophe St. John.
Christophe St. John?
Young and the Restless dude?
He did a movie. He did a movie about Sai Baba because his people took him to India. A whole bunch of people coming out about how Sai Baba was on some sexual perversion, pedophile.
Right.
You go to the Catholic Church, same shit. And now we starting to understand these motherfuckers is in Hollywood. They in motherfucking politics.
You want to travel in time, you got to fuck kids?
So I'm asking questions now. Are you telling me that the real secret of shit is child sex? Nobody wants to talk about this shit.
Right.
But we gonna do it. Is this why Hollywood is like, open up that younch?
Well, no, that came from the modern form of it, the pedophilia ring. That started with the two different cults. One was called the Sabbatean cult from this dude named Sabbatai Zephy, and he was like a Turkish dude. So if you know anything about the Jews, who you know as Jewish people today aren't really Jews. They're Khazars, which are like Turkic people. So this dude, Sabbatai Zephy, was one of them. He was like a Turkic Jew. And what he did is...
Turkey Jew?
Turkic.
Okay, because I know it's Thanksgiving and all.
Turkic.
Okay.
Yes, Turkic Jew.
Of Turkish descent?
From Turkey. So he came out and he said that he was the Messiah. And so this was around the 1600s, and he came out and he was telling people that he was going to take them and get them get the Holy Land back. So from that, he got a lot of followers. Like he got half the Jewish people at that time, which were like 1 million people. So then the Sultan was like, nah, nigga, you getting too powerful, and made him convert to Islam. But then when he converted to Islam, he only did it surfacely. He was like, I'm only doing this on the surface, and he continued to practice that.
That's the one that said you got two options: either you convert to Islam or I kill you.
Yep.
Okay.
Got it.
So he was like, nigga, I'm gonna be bean pies, but I'm sorry, I'm still eating these pork chops. And white women.
Exactly. So once he did that, once he converted to Islam, some people stayed. They kind of stayed in the religion, but a lot of it got dispersed. But then you had little small sects of it popping up all over the place. But what they called them cryptic Jews, and so they would practice Judaism on the low while they was walking around in all they Muslim garb.
Wait, is this the dude who taught them it's easier to do evil shit?
Well, yeah,
so we can bring forth the Messiah.
Well, that's it. That was it. So they were saying that. So one of the things was like they were saying that the Messiah would return when there's no more evil. Or when everyone is good and everyone is bad at the same time. So then their philosophy was like, well, no one can be good and bad, all bad at the same time. Well, so their whole thinking was, well, we'll do all bad and burn up all the bad in the universe. So then that would make Messiah return sooner. So these motherfuckers just start flipping shit. Everything that was that was kosher, in Orthodox Judaism, they made it the opposite. So that was him. And then he died off. And then about 100 years later, this dude named Jacob Frank, and so he started something called Frankist occultism, and he took the Sabbatean dude. So he was a follower of the Sabbatean cult, but he took that shit even further. He was like, yeah, you can fuck kids and you can do you can do all that shit. And so the modern shit of what they're doing now is offshoot of the Sabbatean cult. So
does this tie directly into the sex trafficking
or the Frankist cult? What are you saying? Does it tie into the what?
The sex trafficking of kids,
yeah,
kids
that's the
and
whole,
shit disappearing.
Well, that's that whole thing. That he started that. So again, who runs mostly Hollywood? Like if you
already know,
there you go.
Well, there's 3 groups of people.
Huh?
There's 3 groups of people that are gays, and gay Jews. Are the 3 groups.
But
boy, I'm gonna fall out of this chair and take a nap. Yeah.
But there was a common word in it. So the Jews mostly run Hollywood. So this is where you get a lot of that falling off into that. So back in the 60s, where it really got prevalent in the Hollywood, there was a guy named I think it was John Vassetti or something like that. Jack Valenti. And
Jack Valenti, yeah. I know that name.
So Jack Valenti in the 60s, he was the assistant to Lyndon Johnson. He was actually in the motorcade when Kennedy got killed. So he was there. And then after he had all these different political connections, then he got moved into the White House and became Lyndon Johnson's assistant. Shit. Yeah. And so then this dude, after that, he quit. They told him to quit, and he became the head of the Motion Pictures Association of America. So this guy was...
Don't yawn again, nigga. You hear me? Don't yawn again on this goddamn show. I'm talking to Jeff Brown right now. He done yawned 8 times. I don't know what the fuck is going on in his life.
But this guy, Jack Valenti, he was one of the major figureheads in this pedophile sex ring cult. And so Eyes Wide Shut,
yes,
all true. All
Eyes
true.
Wide Shut, yeah.
So when he came to Hollywood, that's when they really started to mix in, because most people don't understand the political figures actually run this ring. There's a book that came out in the 90s called The Transformation of America, but like trance, like they put you in a trance. It was written by this lady named Kathy O'Brien, and she talks about how she was sold into this pedophile ring by her father, who was a Mason.
Is that the lady I was listening to today?
Yeah. Well,
you sent me that video.
I sent you a video.
What's her name?
Her name is Kathy O'Brien.
She was talking about some hell. She was dropping.
So she was sold into the pedophile ring by her father, who was a Mason. He ran the Blue Lodge.
She came from an incestuous family,
right?
And generational, on both sides. Yep. Mom and father came from that,
and
right?
They put them into that, and so at first the father was doing some low dirty shit, just some bullshit, and then they knew what he was doing, and they came to him and they introduced the pedophile ring to him and said, look, we want you to sell your daughter into the ring, and then this is what you get. And so he joined the little cult, And so she was in it for like years. She breaks off who was in it. So the funny thing is about this book, I had this book in my house about 20-something years ago, and somebody came to the house. I had no idea it was in my house. I think my grandmother had it. And so my friend came in, Jamal. He came in, he grabbed the book. He was like, man, what is
Jamal?
Huh? Yeah, homie Jamal. So he's like, what's this book? I was like, I don't know. I think that's some shit about the government. Then he looked on the back and he read something about some occult. He's like, I'm gonna take this home and check it out. He brought it back. He's like, dude, this is about the government, how they all pedophile, occultists, and all. I was like, what? I was giving the book back. So I read this book, and it breaks down how they go to this little island off the coast. The Transformation of America.
Trans, T-R-A-N-S-E.
Yeah, with a C. And so they talk about how they have this little island off the coast of Florida where this one politician owns, and they call it Orgy Island. And so all these
in the feast of Sam Hain.
And so this is where they take the kids. So when you see all these pedophiles, the kid trap, they send these kids to this little island, and these politicians go there and have a crazy ass motherfucking occult, a free for all. And so she was in that shit. And so she talks about how she came up in it and how eventually she got out of it. But who was in it was Bill Clinton. But she actually said Bill Clinton wasn't a pedophile. She said he was bisexual, but he wasn't a pedophile. He didn't believe in it because
I didn't see that part.
Because they wanted him to bring his daughter into it.
This is like Pizzagate.
They wanted him to bring Chelsea into it, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not doing that shit." But Hillary was in it. Hillary and her had a relationship. Ronald Reagan tried to expose it, and then what happened to that motherfucker? He got shot. So so she was breaking down all these figureheads.
Well, okay, what's the name of the book?
Senator Robert Byrd was her main handler in the whole shit.
So wait, do this shit again. What's the name of the book?
The Transformation of America, and she breaks down the whole intricate pedophile ring around the world and all these politicians around the world. Like everybody in it. So she right now, until that was 20 years ago, she does a lot of videos and lectures now. So you can go find so many videos on her talking about this shit now.
Wow.
Kathy O'Brien.
Kathy O'Brien.
And man, that ring.
Some of this shit down. You ain't gonna remember this.
So that ring, that political sex ring, is what actually filtered into Hollywood. That's what you're seeing from Hollywood, because now when you take Jack Valenti, who was a major figurehead in it, she talks about seeing him and shit, and so he moves. He goes from the White House literally to the head of Hollywood. This motherfucker goes from the White House assistant to Lyndon Johnson, to being the head of the Motion Picture Association of America. Meaning this motherfucker decides everything that pretty much goes on in Hollywood. And that's where you get the fucking the pedophile ring that really started to be interjected in Hollywood.
And the importance of what you see on the screen.
Yes.
As compared.
Absolutely.
I believe. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just save that for the rant. But
okay, well, let's set him up for the rant. This rant about to be crazy.
It's about rant time?
This is what we're about to do. We're going to take a quick break. I don't want to go. I want to play the music that we're playing currently. All right, bro. We're gonna go to break. We're gonna take about a minute or two, and then when we come back, we're gonna have Jeff Brown's rant. You're listening to the ZOWHAT Morning Show. Today's topic is a heavy topic: the Occult Casting Couch. Does Hollywood have a secret occult history? Part 2, the follow-up from last week's show, but this one is dealing directly with the casting couch. These people are believed to be extrapolating power from little girls and boys and women. They always say women and children. Jeez.
Women and children first.
This is crazy. Hollywood is like that? Gosh. We'll be back in 2.2, the ZOWHAT Morning Show.
Yeah, I'm a child.
You're listening to the sounds of DJ James Broadway, producer extraordinaire. Just a friend of mine who just delivers beats for me to play. He not selling them. I don't know what he's doing.
Beats harder than 2-day-old shit.
Harder to, well, yeah. I would say maybe like 4 days, maybe 4-week-old shit. Okay.
Harder than finding a job.
Jesus. Welcome back to the ZOWHAT Morning Show. Today's topic. It's a tough one, man. Gosh. Tough topic. The Occult Casting Couch. Does Hollywood have a secret occult history? Part 2. If you missed last week's show, Jesus Christ, you can find it on my YouTube channel.
Jesus Christ.
www.youtube.com/The ZOWHAT Show. That's how you get it. It was on fire. This is a follow-up to that show. Now, if you're new to our show, at the top of the hour, we're 10 minutes past right now, but typically at the top of the hour, we do something with one of our co-hosts, which has become very, very popular.
Wow.
Gosh, very, very popular. It's called the Intellectual Rant. Jeff Brown in the building. Jeffrey?
Let me start here since I'm ranting. The casting couch is real. You know it's real. I know it's real. If you're trying to get your kids into the entertainment industry now, knowing about this shit, you evil too.
Ooh.
It ain't enough for your baby to just be special for you. Your baby can't be special at family gatherings. Y'all didn't do y'all life right. So y'all gonna get little Keisha to bail you out of the bullshit you in, knowing that you might have to offer up little Keisha's body on some other shit. You ain't shit. You trying to get your baby to auditions. You trying to get your baby some headshots. You that want to get your baby on Disney. You. Yes. Every shortcut runs right through the devil's backyard. Everyone. That's what most celebrity is about. Celebrity is about all things fleshly. Carnal. I want everyone to love me.
Attention,
I want everyone to know me. I want everyone to make a big fucking deal when I walk in a room. That's really what you want as a celebrity. What are you willing to trade for it? That's what all of this is about. This shit don't work without, it's like Vegas. Vegas does not work without the concept of something for nothing. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. If you don't have the desire to get, you're Jeff Brown if you don't have the desire to get something for nothing. I lived in Caesar's Palace for 3 fucking months and did not bet $10. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need something for nothing. There's a racial component to this with all these women coming out and busting motherfuckers out. I'm cool with both of the people I'm about to mention. Brother by the name of Dion Cole. Incredible writer. Funny motherfucker. Holy shit. Look up DEON space COLE if you do not know. Dion Cole is the shit. A few weeks ago, another young comic who is also very funny, very attractive sister by the name of Arana Lopez.
Oh shit, I know Arana.
You know Arana?
She good people.
Good people. She came out and said, Dion punctured one of my lungs. Dion beat the shit out of me back in the day. But because he had a shot, I was quiet and I wouldn't say anything. But now I am breaking my silence. My only question to that.
I was about to say, why are we talking about
I'm going to tell you why we're talking about that. I'm not trying to stir up shit. I love Dion. I love Arana. But if Natalie Portman had said Dion Cole did this shit to her, what would happen to Dion Cole? I bet he still wouldn't be on Blackish. There is a racial component to this. Even in this, black flesh is worth less. It's still flesh peddling. It's still the same shit. And I still say, to the women, to the people, if you are over the age of 16, I'm going to put it at 16, and somebody offered you the world, if they could have your ass.
If they offered you the world
for your ass.
Your ass is down payment for the world.
Yes. Your ass is down. Yes. You can have cars, boats, money, fame, all of that. But for collateral, we gonna need your Duke shoot.
Your Duke shoot?
Yes. You could have been something else. Go be something else. The price is too high. Do you know why I'm not in the MMA? because the fucking price is too high and I'm too old to pay it. I used to box. I was in the martial arts and in the Marines. But when they told me that you're going to have to work out 3 hours a day, 7 days a week, how much food you can't have, how much pussy you can't have, how many places you can't go, I decided that life was too expensive. You're not deciding that this life is too expensive. You're willing to pay, and now you're complaining about the payments. You don't get to do that. When you dance with the devil, bloody feet, screams and all, you dance till the fucking record stops.
Wow.
I'm done.
Ladies and gentlemen, the intellectual rant. We're going to say this right now. We don't approve of any of the shit he said. we
Hey,
know
man.
very little about what's going to come out of his mouth when
When you let the,
Disclaimer time.
disclaimer.
when you let the Hulk smash, you just don't bring out the glue, bring out the brooms and dustpans.
Hulk smash.
You know, man, back at
Wait, let me reset it and then we're going to come back.
Yes, sir.
Today's topic, if you're just joining us, man.
I'm learning. If you just
Shit's crazy, man. The Occult Casting Couch. If you play in the game, you don't get to scream victim if you know full well what's happening.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're a child,
that's different.
that's totally different.
That's different.
It doesn't marginalize your victimization because you chose your dream over your integrity.
Yes. So there is no safe word.
So I got what you meant by that.
Yeah. You're trying to yell peanuts, nigga. No, there's no safe word.
It's a safe word.
Yeah.
I have a couple of questions.
Yes, sir.
About the Occult Casting Couch. Why are we not seeing the mass accusation of white men in Hollywood for sexual harassment as a group issue for white men? Like, white men, y'all niggas do some weird shit. Right?
Well, there's a great reason why.
If this were all black men, it wouldn't even be a discussion. It would be black men dingo balls have run amok in Hollywood and we have to stop them.
Right.
We have to castrate them on sight. Police,
Yes.
the police would be given, the right to castrate on sight. Here's another question. Bill Cosby was ostracized as having a sickness, right? Now, Hollywood is going through the same shit with a bunch of white men being accused of the same thing. Are they sick too?
How about it?
Right? Do we still owe Cosby an apology for saying he's sick, but they're not? We need to deal with that. Like, and let me just say, all of this stuff is filtered through ageism, sexism, racism, and classism. So again, when, like you said, black issues and black images are worth less than white images. So again, what is the harassment end game? Right? Does it end with just more white women in power in Hollywood, or does it end with a diverse amount of women taking over the same jobs that the Harvey Weinsteins had? Or
they ain't gonna let that happen.
You get what I'm saying? Like, where does this all go? And then at the end of the day, were there any women involved in the casting couch shit?
Oh, there was supposed to be quite a few of them.
Sure.
You underdig? You get Roman Polanski. He said, fuck it, I'm gonna have sex with a 13-year-old and then just jet to France.
Yeah.
You got Woody Allen. I'm gonna marry my stepdaughter. I'd rather be her man than her daddy. 323-230-4445. This is crazy. The Occult Casting Couch. And if you notice, it's everywhere. You see how the Catholics made it about homosexuality as opposed to making it what it is, pedophilia.
Right.
I think you know what I think the spirit world, and I'm sure you fellas can follow my dumb ass. The spirit world is akin to the natural world. The sacrifice in the natural world to get stronger is exercise.
Say again?
The sacrifice for strength in the natural world is exercise. It is the difference in potential between being able to bench just the bar and bench 300 pounds. It's how much you are willing to sacrifice to increase your strength.
Wow.
That's what's going on over on this other side.
Yeah, so the pedophile thing. So going back to what Zoe was saying first, how they would be vilifying black people.
Yeah.
So just like you got the senator, the dude who's the senator candidate, Roy Moore.
Yeah.
He was supposed to have sex with the 14-year-old.
Yeah.
So if that was a brother, this dude wouldn't be able to show his face in America.
Ever.
This dude, you got all the Republicans, especially Caucasian Republicans, like, well, 14-year-old is not that young, and what type of relationship? But they're questioning and adding all kinds of, like, dude, really? You trying to question? You trying to justify
bend your logic around that shit.
They trying to justify the dude. She fucking 14.
She's 14.
There is no justification whatsoever, motherfucker.
Well, you know that's.
Well, let me finish. So, so that's that. Going back to the political side of that pedophile thing. So Oprah in the 80s, she did a show on this where she had just a lady like the woman Catherine O'Brien on her show.
Dr. Phil has done shows on this too.
Where they talk about being sold, these women talk about being sold into these pedophile rings at early ages. And so I'm not really trying to be, trying to get on the Jews, but going back to where that started with the Sabotage Zephy and then Jacob Frank. So those two cults where they flipped the morals in Judaism and said that everything good was supposed to be bad. I mean, everything bad was good. So this lady, when she was talking, she was like, yeah, my family sold me into it, and I was in it for like 25 years and going back, and she was like, but on the surface, she was like, your family just right? She was like, yeah, my family's like just a regular Jewish family. You would look at them, we go to temple, we do this, we do that. And she's like, but on the back end, she was like, they were occultists, they were devil worshippers and Satanists, and they did all this, and they had sex with kids. And I'm like, wow. So this was back in the 80s. They had that lady on. So in the lady Catherine O'Brien, when she says they take the kids, they were implementing MK Ultra, because this is when that started.
Mind control.
Mind control. So a lot of when they started the whole major pedophile ring in Hollywood, they started to institute MK Ultra on the kids, really testing it out on kids to see how it would work, how they can control them. And so then that's how they got a hold of these kids, and they came, and they were on for 20 years and whatever, and they came on up through this little pedophile system. But a child, the reason they do this, a child's energy, the potential of a child's energy is more powerful than anything. Mm-hmm. Just like a snake.
So let me make the point. Let me ask you the question. Goddammit!
But I wasn't finished.
You gonna finish when I ask the question? It's the same shit. I'm just asking you: is the energy of a child, is it about their innocence? Is it about because they ain't never experienced anything? Are they considered, is the energy clean? Like, what is it?
Well, it's potent because they don't understand how powerful they are at that age. Just like a baby snake. A baby rattlesnake is more powerful, is more potent than a grown rattlesnake because they don't understand how they can't control their venom. Right. So just like a child. So in the book though, she talked about a lot of times they didn't have sex with the kids. What they would do is lay with the kids and suck up their energy and then get the kids and use that MK Ultra on them. Yeah, they would use the MK Ultra on them, get these kids to kind of look at them as gods. And so that's how they would steal their energy. These kids would be dependent on these people. That's how they would become their handlers and these other different terms for these kids. So these kids, these people became everything to these kids in this ring. And that's some of the way they were stealing their energy as well.
That's good.
There's two things that come to mind. One, the reason a child's energy is so strong is because the power of the spoken word is only negated by the lack of faith of the individual who speaks it.
Oh, wow.
How much faith do children... you can take some rat poison and put it on a spoon and put it right in a baby's mouth.
Right.
Because their faith is blind. So you mix blind faith with boundless enthusiasm and no failure messages.
Wow.
Nigga, that's some powerful shit right there.
Wow. Man.
And however you can attach yourself to that shit, however you can get some of that energy is what these people are doing.
You know what's crazy? You bringing up a great point, man. It reminds me of Krishnamurti. Krishnamurti was rumored to be fondled and fucked with.
As a child?
Yeah.
And fucked with.
Because again, if you go back and look at Krishnamurti's beginning stories, Annie Besant, who took over the Theosophical Society for Madame Blavatsky. When Madame Blavatsky died, Annie Besant took over. Annie Besant had a homie, C.W. Leadbeater.
Yep.
Why they sound like a Prince song?
Now, C.W. Leadbeater,
Homie.
C.W. Leadbeater was in trouble in England for, you know, fucking sexual abuse of children, child molestation. So it was C.W. Leadbeater who initially saw Krishnamurti on the beach in India, in Adyar, when he was a little boy. He was there with his brother Nitya. And when C.W. Leadbeater saw him, he said,
Got too much time.
he said Krishnamurti's spirit or his aura was pure. He said he never saw an aura that
So
pure. So it was a
Innocence.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
They saw that, and then for their belief system. Now remember, Madame Blavatsky writes the you know what is it? ISIS Revealed.
Right.
She does ISIS Revealed. She does another book called Lucifer.
Right.
All they did was take all of the ancient knowledge, Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism, all the shit that melaninated people originally created, and recontextualized it for Western consumption. So in their belief system, they were looking for what the Buddhists call the Lord Maitreya. The Lord Maitreya is the Buddhist version of the Messiah. They chose Krishnamurti to be the Messiah for the Theosophical Society, the world teacher. By the time he's 13, or by the time he's, I forgot how old he was, but they had him going in and out of trances where he's locked in a room with C.W. Leadbeater. Do the research. They had him locked in a room with C.W. Leadbeater going in and out of trances. He was supposed to be meeting with the ascended masters, Kuthumi, and all of these different masters or whatever. They said Kuthumi would come to him and give him information. And that's when he wrote a book as a teenager called At the Feet of the Master, or At the Foot of the Master. Ah, shit. When he got to a certain age, I think it was like 28 or some shit. It was in 1932, somewhere around that, or 28, or maybe it was 1928 and he was 32 and 28. But he got to a point where his brother was always ill with tuberculosis. This is why they bought a crib out in Ojai for them. Let me tell you something, man. These white people in Europe was worshiping this dude like a god.
That's what it sounds like.
Drew Barrymore's grandfather.
Yeah, Lionel.
Drew Barrymore's grandfather in Hollywood tried to cast Krishnamurti as the Buddha in a movie he was creating. Krishnamurti turned him down.
You know, Lionel Barrymore, Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So again, Krishnamurti, his brother gets ill all the time, tuberculosis. The Theosophical Society purchased that crib in Ojai. They picked Ojai because of the climate. So Nitya gets better, but then they get a wire. Back then you got wires. He got a wire saying, hey man, you're the fucking world teacher. You got to go teach some people. You got to get on a steamboat and go back over to India. And he was like, well, my brother is not quite right, and I'm going to stay here until he get right. It was like, nah, he going to be all right. The elders and the masters say he going to be fine. He, in his own spirit, was like, nope, I'm not doing it. I don't feel right about it. That's my brother. He ill, and that's all I got.
Right. So I gotta handle
As soon
this.
as he stepped foot on that boat, his brother died. And that's when he lost all faith in the Theosophical Society, Annie Besant and all of them, and the masters. He was already welling up inside as he was getting older. He was already on some, oh, I don't believe this. I don't accept this. Something ain't right. Something's ajar. The door's slightly open. Right? He was already there.
There's a splinter in your mind.
But when his brother died, he had some kind of spiritual epiphany. And that's when he wrote the famous letter, Truth is a Pathless Land, and he disbanded all of the orders that they created around him. He gave back millions of dollars. One baron gave the motherfucker a castle that had 5, 6, 7,000 acres. He gave all that shit back. He said, I'm not fucking with none of y'all.
When you said you saw his aura when he was a kid. You see he was sitting on the beach and he saw his aura. See, children are basically infinite possibility.
Yes. Yes.
That's why they're so powerful. Their ideals haven't been solidified.
Their whole life is in front of them.
Right. It's so that energy is so powerful, and they're still connected. So depending on how pure the child is, they're still connected to the source.
So are we defining what an actual vampire is, Jeff?
Yes. And figure deals this.
I figure deals.
What if your soul energy is predicated on how much time you have in front of you?
Wow.
What if?
Oh, that's interesting.
What if? What if because and that time is a cousin to the fact that when you first get here, you are still purely connected to source.
Just purely.
You are purely connected to source. I did this. My daughter was 3 years old at the time, and I always do this with my kids. I throw words at them that I think are over their heads.
That's good.
All the time. And I was helping her. This was back before I got my custody shit right. I was visiting my child at her mama's house, and I was cleaning up her filthy ass kitchen, and I put some bleach in the dishwater, and I said, my daughter goes, Daddy, what's that? And I said, this is bleach. And she says, what is that for? I said, well, baby, it's called sodium hypochlorite, and it breaks down compounds so that they go back, before I could get it out, to what we all used to be. A 3-year-old says this, to what we all used to be. I said, well, what does that mean, baby? It means, Daddy, that we all come from the same stuff. I said, and I'm like, wow, she's blowing my mind. And I go, have you been here before? She looks me right in the face and goes, yes. I was like, okay, I'm going to stop talking to you. I'm going to stop talking to you before a portal in time open up.
Damn.
Yes.
And there it is.
And there it is. They are totally.
They're connected,
they are
man.
Fucking connected. That's why.
That's why they need them.
When a child's imagination, the shit, when you hear kids speak and you go, oh, that's nonsense. Motherfucker, the shit she's saying or he's saying is more real and more true than this bullshit you saying at work. Absolutely. The bullshit you say to your friends, the bullshit places you go, the bullshit that you consider important is paling in comparison to what your 3-year-old can see. That is why it is so defiling. That is why negative energy grows. You don't even know you growing negative energy. When I heard this today, when I went to buy this fucking t-shirt that I cut in half to put on my head.
You look crazy too, by the way.
Thank you. It's a little. I
see you ain't yawning no more though.
This no, I'm not. I don't know what the fuck is in this, dude. This is liquid crack. The girl that sold me the t-shirt also had her daughter, who must have been about 3 or 4, at the store. And she was talking to her daughter, and she said, why don't you shut the hell up then? To her daughter. She is putting dents in this girl's energy that do not benefit her, but do benefit the dark side, because you are pushing this girl dark. You're pushing her over there with your bullshit. So you subconsciously, accidentally, because of some fucked up shit that happened to you, are putting coal in the furnace of the dark side when you do this fucked up shit to your kids.
And let me just bring up this point real quick from Twitter. LS Dubs, DUBBZ, tagged me in this. He said, at Zoe Williams puts perspective in what white men in Hollywood are actually doing as opposed to what Emmett Till was accused of doing.
Woo!
You see what I'm saying? Listen, Farrakhan just said something recently.
Okay, let me buckle up.
And he was just saying, and I paraphrase, I'm not saying it exactly the way he said it, but what he was attacking was our enthusiastic acknowledgement and celebration of being the first at something in their system.
Oh my God, yes, Lord. It turns my fucking stomach.
So again, when you look at Hollywood, and let me just say this, man, I sent a text message the other day to Tiffany Haddish for being the first African-American female comedian to host SNL, right? And I sent that to her because I know her.
Right, me too.
I sent that to her because anything that is perceived as good happening in her life, I'm a fan of that.
Right, absolutely. And she deserves some
she
good.
deserves it. She's been through a lot.
Some good. Yeah.
She's done a lot. She's evolved. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's been through some tough.
She's been through some shit.
You dig? So I appreciate her. I acknowledge her. But at the same time, I'm a man of contrast. The way I see the world. And this is why I bring up the Farrakhan comment, because I understand that the world is ambiguous, right? It is ambivalent. It is black and white and gray, and there's spots there.
Right.
So I say all of that to say Farrakhan is right. Yes, we applaud Tiffany Haddish for having a fucking stellar 2017.
Yes.
In the Hollywood entertainment business.
2 home runs.
But that still doesn't have us pull back and say, this is an evil system.
Yeah.
This is an evil construct. And these people prey on our people's desire to want to be stars.
Yes.
Because ask yourself this question. Who makes us stars? Us?
Or them.
Or their validation and acceptance and approval of us in their system. Who makes us? Because how many times you heard a nigga say, nigga, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I feel like this because of me.
Right.
Fuck y'all. But niggas will still be like, and where did that lead you? Right? And niggas will denigrate that kind of thought process unless it has been validated by the dominant society.
Turn around and look at Whitey's scoreboard.
So
really? You feel like a home run hitter? Well, let's look at the scoreboard. Where's your money? Where's your house?
Who knows you're this dope?
Who knows you? Or you go, what velvet ropes can you walk past? All this shit.
Right. And anybody who knows Tiffany has always known that motherfucker is funny.
Yes.
That girl is talented. She did the ZOWHAT show. She did the Voice of Reason. She's been on this show a couple of times.
And offhandedly funny.
Just bow, 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 bow. She got it. So I knew she was dope before the system acknowledged her dopeness. And so many of us use, okay, well, the system is finally acknowledging her. I guess it's time for us to get her back. No, have her back before the system say she's somebody. She was somebody before that. Go ahead, Jeff.
And two things. Because we are happy that one of our gladiators went into the Colosseum and came out victorious does not make the Colosseum any less evil. And that's no reflection on the love we have for our gladiator.
That's you know how powerful example that is?
Yeah.
That's like seeing the Hulk in Thor.
Oh, Ragnarok! Oh my God!
Living in a penthouse.
Don't tell me nothing.
Hulk always angry.
Man,
taking care of it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you gonna love it. No spoilers. You gonna love it.
They always take care of the gladiator, right?
Yes. Let me take you the other way. Not only are we happy for our sister, and that I know Tiff personally, and I know we had this conversation. Tiffany Haddish and Wanda Sykes have this one thing in common with me. I talked them both out of quitting. Not only are we proud of her, we are also looking at it from this place. Whenever a person is the first black something, it is so much less about their ability in this accomplishment than it is the oppressor either backing up his oppression or making a mistake. That's what it's about. Wow. It's vulgar to me to celebrate Tiffany as the first black woman to host SNL, because when you say she's the first black one, it almost implies that she's the first qualified one, as if Whoopi Goldberg was never born.
Yeah, it doesn't.
As if Ellen Cleghorn was never born. As if there's a bunch of sisters.
I'm saying she's supposed to be acknowledged for her greatness.
Yes, but the concept that this first, if you really love your people, whenever you hear first black anything, the first thing that should come to your mind is, was he or she the first one qualified? And if not, why were those other people not there first?
Kev?
I wanted to get back to your the pedophile ring that we were talking about, that Hollywood pedophile ring, and how deep it goes. Yeah. Because this is a system of how they're doing things, and because it's been going on for so long, it is not likely to change. So remember we had that show on about the cremation of care, and we were talking about the Bohemian Grove.
Exactly.
That's all of that. That's literally the same thing. So they go every year. They go up to that Bohemian Grove.
Like, I cannot care about none of this shit.
There you go. And that's they burn their cares away, or they sacrifice their cares away, supposedly, to for what they're doing. And then after that ceremony, the elite, so it's a very big place, and so the people.
But did this shit come from black people? That's what I want to know. Did the white people steal this depravity and this perviosity?
They stole ritual. They got ritual from us, understanding how to manipulate energy. They got that from us, and then they put their little bullshit on it.
But that's what I'm saying. Were we fucking kids in Kemet?
I haven't come across that. But the thing, in that Bohemian Grove, they take those, and there's a section where the elite go, where no one else can go. If you're an outskirt member, just a new member, you don't get to go up to this part. And it's in this little this closed off section where they go in these little mansions, and they have these little homosexual and
okay, wait. I'm sorry, guys. I have to stop everything right now. What's going on? Jesus, I got to stop everything right now. What, Nick? What? I blew it. I was supposed to say this during the community empowerment, but I blew it. Okay, you can say it now. It's fucking terrible. I'm a horrible father.
Okay. I don't know if I can follow you that far. But
shit. Okay. I was supposed to do this at the top of the
hour. Do it, nigga. You just hurry up,
nigga. My daughter Prima.
Shout out to Prima.
Varsity basketball.
Yeah.
They're trying to raise money. They're selling Christmas trees and wreaths.
Boom.
Here's the damn here's the link, the information.
What's up?
She just texted me like, "Did you tell anybody? Because nobody's."
Okay. Prima, Prima,
my baby girl.
Prima. Let me make this right. I'm gonna make this right now. I'll make this right.
Damn it.
Prima, your Uncle Jeff gonna make this right now. I don't even need a new goddamn wreath, and I'm buying one from you.
There we go.
Okay, now what is it?
Samo. That's SAMOHI. Samo High. -girls -basketball -Christmas -trees -shop .myshopify.com.
God damn! Send me the link, nigga.
Click on the goddamn.
I don't even know if I'm gonna type all that. You send me the link, I'm gonna click it and do what I'm doing.
I am so sorry, baby girl. Her basketball team needs it too.
Okay.
This is what's crazy.
Remind me Thursday.
Can I tell you something?
I'll say something Thursday too.
That really pissed me off.
What happened?
About her school. The school is in the Santa Monica Malibu School District.
Right.
The goddamn PSA got 300,000-400,000.
Right.
But each sports venue has to pay its own way for everything. Transportation, uniforms, everything.
Well, Malibu's broke.
And what the coach said was, he was like, "Man, this is girls basketball. So this is not like the boys basketball." Of course, New was on that team. He was like, this is not like the boys. The head coach could say, hey, I need this. And one of his donors could pull out a check.
Before you get off the phone.
And write a check for $10,000. But it doesn't work that way for the girls. They don't have any donors for the girls like that.
Because they won't bring the hoops down.
So I'll say it again. Samohi, SAMOHI, girls basketball Christmas tree shop. It's on Shopify. I don't know what that is.
I've heard of Shopify.
You've heard of that? Okay. Well, I'm going to say it one more time. Samohi, SAMOHI, girls basketball Christmas trees shop .myshopify.com. I'm about to send this to you right now, Jeff, before you even start talking.
Put the damn link in the thing.
The link is in the link. I'm doing it all.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Jesus, I forgot.
I want to help, but shit. That sounds like nuclear launch codes, nigga. Shit.
Okay. I thought the same thing. What about that? Back to the topic. What about that famous pedophile from England that he was a DJ and he was on television? The dude looks scary than a motherfucker. You not hip, huh?
Nah,
you
I
not
ain't
hip.
seen that dude.
Okay.
But
I tell you what though, the dude who started the NAACP, it was a Jew. His name was Jacob Schiff. He was in that he was a major dude in that pedophile ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for all you melanated people who think black people started NAACP, no, that was a Jewish cat named Jacob Schiff, and he was a major pedophile ringer. So all you people giving your money to the NAACP.
Yeah. The CP still stands for colored people.
Thank you.
And if it was to change to what them Jasper ass shade tree house coons call themselves now, which is African American, do you understand it would be the National Association for the Advancements of African Americans, which is an acronym says nah.
Jeff Brown's still crazy than a motherfucker. Who was that European DJ? They said he had contact. They said he had connects with the aristocracy. He was fucking molesting kids in the hospitals because he was doing a lot of charity work in the hospitals. But he was also molesting the kids in the hospitals too. Kids and nurses. I forgot his name.
He feeling balls, titties, ass.
He's doing it all. He's wilding out at a high level.
Man, these dudes at this level. Dude, Daddy Bush, the one in the wheelchair.
Yeah, we heard Daddy.
HW.
We heard HW just did some foul shit too.
But he was the one. He was the head of the ring. He was the major dude at the top.
Okay.
And so this motherfucker now you see him coming out talking about David Copperfield.
Oh
yeah.
No, what?
Yeah,
What?
he said some lady was talking about how he had his hand on her ass. And then
you talking about the girl?
Yeah, the girl.
Oh.
Excuse me, the girl. And then she looked and he told her. He said he looked up and told her. He says, "My favorite magician is David Copperfield." And so now they tried to jump back on him for all that shit.
Oh,
but,
he tried to go Wu-Tang with
right.
it.
Wow. So now but again,
no, this just
it's
recently
not
happened.
nearly as much back. Yeah, it just happened a couple days ago. So, but it's not nearly as much backlash at that motherfucker as it should be. Like all this shit that's coming out about if anybody else is doing this shit. This old motherfucker reaching around, grabbing asses and everything, and now all of a sudden
Two questions.
he good.
I have two questions. Are we not going to talk about Pizzagate? And and two,
what's Pizzagate?
Oh my God, Joe.
It's
horrible. We gonna
that's
get
this
into
pedophile ring.
That's this shit.
That's this
but it's
pedophile
on
ring.
a
Wow.
super high level.
That's this.
Where the
That's
kids
what this
have
is.
to die.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
And
That's the same thing.
Clinton, all these people
Talk about it. That's why we're doing it.
Okay, that too. And
rant
the
part
second
two.
part, the second part. If this energy and these rituals, if this energy is just energy, as in these rules, these metaphysical beings, these metaphysical axioms, these metaphysical truths are something that is being perverted by other people, as in sacrifice brings about real change. Okay, well then I'm gonna sacrifice a child so I can bring about a bunch of change because the rule is only sacrifice brings about change. Is there a way for us to use these powers for good? Is there a way for us to get a hold of these rituals, which I am open for, because I done spent a bunch of time with Christians, and everything you motherfuckers told me was wrong. You was wrong about every subject. Politics, wrong. Sex, wrong. Drugs, wrong.
Wrong.
Health, wrong. All
Wrong.
that shit, wrong.
Wrong.
Exactly.
Wrong.
So we need to find out the good way to use this. But with regard to Pizzagate, though, this triangle that you see all the time is the signal for, is the symbol for man boy love.
What?
Yes.
Man boy love.
Man, like as in NAMBLA, it's a triangle. And that
like
triangle,
like lambda triangle?
yes. But that triangle was the symbol made to look like pizza. And what it really meant, oh my God, look this shit up on YouTube, y'all that's listening to us. It was set up to look like that, but it was a symbol for people who dealt in sex trafficking. The children were considered pizzas. They were talking about finishing your pizza. Do not leave your pizza unfinished. As in, yes, you got these children were being beaten,
this very goddamn
sacrificed.
thing. Yep.
And it went all the way back to the Clintons. Look up Pizzagate on YouTube.
Wait, dude. The girl who wrote that book, she said that she was in one of those relationships with Hillary when she was a kid, and Hillary liked her to be beaten first before Hillary did anything with her. Now, this is before any of this came out years ago. She said this shit.
Dude, this shit is for real. I'm not blowing the whistle on Hillary Clinton. I dare you to Google Pizzagate,
or Catherine
Washington,
O'Brien.
D.C., Hillary Clinton. I didn't even know about Catherine O'Brien. This other shit is so heinous. Bruh, I listened to it for about 10 minutes and I started to cry. It's it reminds me of the scariest movie I've ever seen. It's with Angelina Jolie. It's called The Changeling.
That shit wasn't as scary. I seen that movie.
Oh my God, I was horrified by this
just scary,
movie.
nigga.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, bruh. When you saw the scene where that man goes into the room with them kids and he has a sledgehammer and he beats all the children in the room to death.
What?
That was in the movie. You mean to tell me nothing in you thought about your kids for just a second? Because that's what's every time I thought about my children while I was watching it, I was hit with a twinge of just blind white fucking fear. Just, oh my God, where are my babies? Oh, what the fuck? Oh shit.
You scary, Jeff.
Oh, well, bro, I was having this conversation with my wife.
Ain't shit scarier than The Exorcist.
No, nigga, that shit was that.
Sorry.
I was scared of. You know what I was scared of? What I'm scared of most in that equation is me.
What you gonna do?
Right.
Bruh,
Yep.
I am afraid
for
not my older kids, they grown, them niggas grown, but my 13-year-old, 14-year-old, and by the end of the year, my 11-year-old and my wife. Those are the three people I love the most on this earth. And if something bad happens to one of them that I can attach to a human, I will break the other two's heart. Because I will find your ass and slit your throat wearing white if you do something to one of my. Oh my God, I'm afraid of myself if something happens to somebody I love, man.
Rap.
Bruh, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I will throw my life away to get your ass. And I don't care who you are. I don't care what position you hold. You can't hide. The world will get really fucking small for you because there's nothing that you cannot do. If you don't care if you die, I'm going to get your ass.
Wow.
Woo! Bruh.
Okay, take it easy, Jeff.
Bruh.
Ain't nothing happening to him, baby. Ain't nothing happening to him. Calm down, bro.
Am I back?
Jesus, come back.
Let me get back in the room. I'm back in the room.
Damn.
And that's what scares me. I just don't see how, with everything that a child means to a balanced motherfucker, that you could trade them for anything. For anything.
Yeah, but when you in that type of energy and shit like that, that's a different mind. You're in another mind state.
Yeah.
They see children as something to use as to cipher energy off of.
So let me tell you this. the DJ that I'm talking about from Europe, his name was Jimmy Savile. Jimmy Savile, right? And I posted a picture on his. It's Savile. Jimmy Savile. And it says, British personality Jimmy Savile, whose abuse of young girls in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and I think 90s, only came to light around 20 years after his death. Damn. This sick motherfucker also abused children in hospitals and nurses, turned a blind eye because he was famous. It opened up the whole celebrity white male sex scandal in the UK around 5 years ago. Jimmy Savile, look him up. The motherfucker look crazy than a motherfucker. That's him.
You a goddamn fool for letting him within 50 feet of your kid.
Seriously.
Yeah. Now,
motherfucker, if you don't unbuck your eyes when you look over here, I'm going to take that cigar, hold you down, and put it out in one of them.
Now, listen, what's real interesting is black men do some shit. The narrative for black men is sexually depraved.
Man. Yeah.
The narrative for sisters is erotic, exotic, and, you know, they want to fuck. They like it, right? But it be them.
Be on that freak,
the people who
shit.
Write that shit. It be those people. It is those people who create the narrative that say we're the sexually depraved ones, when in fact, in order to do any real business with them, you got to be down to fuck.
Right.
Yep.
Right. I had a manager who shall remain nameless, who this was back in the 90s. I had to fix his computer, and holy shit. I was like, okay, must be willing to engage in anal play, blah, blah. And right when it got there, I was like, hey, man, hey, man, I can't fix your computer, dog. No. I don't want to know no more. This is the tip of the hour, Jeff. That's just some shit I was looking at. I said, hey, man, you ain't got, I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you that I'm not letting none of this shit into my spirit. And I don't know. And I told him, I was like, dude, I don't know if me, helping you fix your computer was your way of introducing me into this shit, but I'm gonna tell you right fucking now, I ain't fucking nobody strange, ain't nobody fucking me strange, I ain't into no animals, I ain't into no kids.
It's not happening.
I like willing black pussy. I'm not
willing black pussy.
That's my get down.
Your pussy must be willing and black. You stupid Jeff. All right, listen, we got to wrap it up. Today's topic was crazy, man. We talked about a lot of shit, and I don't know if we even got to the point, but I'm just gonna say this, man. Protect your kids.
Yeah, that's the point.
Be in your kids' life. Don't let them be groomed by somebody who feel like I'm your father or your mother away from home. That kind of shit. No, you're not. I only got one pop and one mom, and I fuck with them over you off tops.
Shout out to Sonya Norwood.
Oh yeah, the momagers out there making sure their kids are not being taken.
Brandy and Ray J. Fuck up Brandy and Ray J.
Yeah, got to get him love for that. And sometimes, you know, the momager situation don't work out. You know, as in the case of, say, Gary Coleman.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
His people robbed him.
6 mil.
Left that nigga with nothing but a train set and some little short pants.
But, you know, if the trade-off is robbing my asshole, and my innocence versus robbing my wallet,
I'll
take the money. Shit.
Serious.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. Hey, we had a great time today. The ZOWHAT Morning Show. Please, please, please follow me on YouTube.
Support people.
Support all of the stuff we put in front of you. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you so much. We will be back next week with another heater. Deuces.
Peace.